Part 3. The first footstep rose from below like a mistake. Then another followed. Then another. Soon the stair was full of them, not close at first. The sound drifted up through the spiral, softened by distance, multiplied by the curve of stone. Loric stopped and looked down into the hollow center. Far beneath him, faint lights moved along the winding path. Lanterns. No, not lanterns. They were too pale, too still. The lights did not swing with footsteps. They floated where faces should have been. Loric took one step down. The sound grew. 2 steps. The lights grew. By the time he reached the next turn of the stair, he could see them clearly. People were climbing upward, a procession. They came in silence despite the sound of their feet. Men, women, children, old ones bent under invisible burdens, soldiers in rusted armor, priests with cords around their waists, servants in torn house colors, a woman carrying an empty cradle, a boy holding a wooden cup with both hands though there was nothing in it. Some bled. Some had no wounds. Some were soaked head to foot as though dragged from a river. Some carried lanterns with no flame inside. All of them climbed. None of them looked relieved. The stair narrowed again as they approached. Loric pressed himself against the wall. His shield caught on a stone ridge behind him. He shifted with difficulty, jaw tightening as the leather straps bit into his shoulders. The procession did not slow. It flowed upward around him, bodies brushing his armor, sleeves whispering against chainmail, cold hands grazing his tunic. The first man passed without looking at him. So did the second. The third had no eyes, only skin drawn smooth over the sockets. He turned his head toward Loric anyway and breathed in sharply, as if smelling him. "Oath," the eyeless man whispered. Then he continued upward. Loric's hand tightened near his sword. More passed. A child walked by with bare feet bleeding from the stone. She did not cry. Her hand was held by a woman whose face had been veiled in black cloth. The woman's veil moved as though something beneath it tried to speak. The wall behind Loric was changing as they passed. Where their shoulders brushed the stone, marks appeared. Not carvings this time. Moist shadows. Human shapes darkened the wall, pressed there for one breath and gone the next. With each passing body, the stair remembered another outline. A tall soldier paused beside Loric. His armor bore a hole through the chest big enough for a fist. There was no blood around it. "You are going the wrong way," the soldier said. His voice was dry as old leaves. Loric looked into his hollow face. "Am I?" The soldier did not answer. A woman behind him did. "No," she said. Her hair hung in wet ropes around her face. "He is going where the stair sent for him." Loric turned toward her. She was already moving past. The procession continued. A priest with broken fingers lifted one hand as if in blessing, but when Loric saw the palm, an eye opened in the center of it. The eye looked at the ring on Loric's hand and wept blood down the priest's wrist. Loric recoiled. The priest kept climbing. The air grew colder with every body that passed. Then an old woman stopped directly before him. She was small, bent, and wrapped in a grey shawl. Her face was deeply lined, but her eyes were bright, too bright. They reflected the lantern at Loric's belt like animal eyes in a field at night. She looked him up and down, at his helmet, at his shield, at his tattered tunic, at the yellow cloth, at the vial, at the ring. "You carry a house into a place that eats houses," she said. Loric did not answer. The old woman smiled without warmth. "The wounded are not always innocent." Then she moved on. A little boy behind her stopped where she had stood. He was thin, with dark hair plastered to his forehead. He held a small wooden horse with one missing leg. His bare feet were clean, too clean for the stair. He looked up at Loric. "But the innocent are often wounded," the boy said. Loric swallowed. The boy looked toward the steps below. "She knows that." "Who?" The boy's eyes shifted back to him. "You will ask too late." Then he climbed upward after the old woman. Loric turned his head to watch him go, but the child disappeared into the bodies above him. The procession continued for what felt like hours, though time had begun to lose shape. Loric's legs ached from standing angled against the wall. His shoulder throbbed beneath the shield straps. His breathing warmed the inside of his helmet and came back damp against his face. Still they came. A man without a tongue, a woman with two shadows, 3 soldiers bound together by the wrists, a girl carrying a bowl full of teeth, an old lord wearing a crown made of stair stone, his neck bent beneath the weight of it. None of them attacked him. That made it worse. Monsters could be fought. Witnesses could only pass and leave their words behind. Finally, the last of them climbed into view. He was dressed in yellow, not bright yellow like sunlight, old yellow, banner yellow. Loric froze. The man's tunic bore the torn colours of a house Loric knew better than his own name. Not whole, not clean. The pattern had been ruined by damp, age and blood, but enough remained to stop Loric's breath. The man climbed slowly. His face was hidden beneath a hood. Loric stepped away from the wall before he could stop himself. Wait! The hooded man did not stop. Loric reached out with his ringed hand. The yellow cloth around his wrist brushed the stranger's sleeve. The stranger halted. For a moment, neither moved. Then the hooded man turned his face toward Loric. There was nothing beneath the hood. Not darkness, nothing. A blank absence in the shape of a face. Loric's hand fell. The stranger lifted one empty sleeve and touched the yellow cloth around Loric's wrist. The vial beneath the knot clicked once. Then the stranger leaned close, and from the nothing beneath the hood came a voice Loric almost knew. Almost. Do not give the stair the name. Loric's blood chilled. The hooded figure resumed climbing. Wait, Loric said again, but the figure did not wait. The procession swallowed him. Then they were gone, all at once. No fading, no gradual thinning. Gone. Loric stood alone on the stair, breathing hard. The wall was no longer covered in faces or handprints. Now it bore long vertical stains, as if water had poured down it for years. Though the air had become dry enough to crack his lips, he looked up. No procession. He looked down. Only the spiral. Loric rubbed the oath ring harder than before. The metal pressed into his skin until pain steadied him. Do not give the stair the name. He had not intended to. But now he understood something. The stair did not only listen, it asked in pieces. A bloody man, a pale creature, a procession of the lost. Each encounter had touched the edge of the same hidden thing. Who are you here for? Loric lowered his hand. His thumb had left a smear of blood across the ring. Not his blood. Bren's, perhaps. Or the stairs. He wiped it against the tattered tunic and continued down. For several turns, nothing spoke. That was when he first heard the voice below. A woman's voice, weak, distant, calling from somewhere beneath him. Please. Loric stopped. The word drifted up the hollow center and touched the stone around him. Please, the voice came again. I can't go alone. Loric closed his eyes. Above him in memory, Bren's warning returned. If she asks you to walk with her, kill her before you take one step farther down. Loric opened his eyes. Below, the stair waited. He descended.